Guys, it's NG10 Reports here. I'm just having a lovely day out in Ilkeston. Thought we'd try a little bit of street vlogging today. A little bit Charlie Veach style. Show you the characters of Ilkeston. A little bit about the place. And go for a wander around, see what we can see today. So ahead of me is the marketplace. This is where the Ilkeston Charter Fair happens, along with quite a lot of other. It does take over a large portion of Ilkeston. I'm sure you've seen that in videos in recent weeks, the setting up and closing down of Charter Fair. Interestingly, this year the fair was held for an extra day on a Sunday, and I know that doesn't sound like a huge deal, but the charter for this fair goes back all the way until the 1200s. It was signed by, I believe, King Henry III. I will just have to double check that. But yeah, so signed by him. Getting out of the way of a taxi here, guys, sorry. Must be very interested. So yeah, this it's been going on for a long time, since the 1700s. So on this site, 1700s, since the 1200s, sorry, for a long, so that's a long time, over 700 years. So they had to write to the Home Office for permission for the extra day on the fair. And they had to seek special permission because of how old this fair is, and it would be a change to the Royal Charter. So I found that quite interesting. Now I've got a lovely church in Ilkeston. I believe a preschool runs from this church. I'll try not to get any signs in too much, but it is a lovely bit of architecture. And with Ilkeston being the age it is mentioned in the Domesday Book, as it's known, that Ilkeston has been here since at least that time. So it is a very historic town. With it being a historic town, it's got lots of beautiful old buildings. This fountain, very old, unfortunately. Somebody was killed here not too long ago, I believe in June. There was a pub fight that obviously became more than just a pub fight. The person was injured. They're taken to hospital and later died of their injuries, I believe. But that leads us over here to the Scala Cinema. I don't know. Yeah, it's still called the Scala. I believe this was one of the last cinemas in the country that allowed smoking. Think of that what you will. But what lovely old architecture. They definitely don't make buildings with this much passion and care anymore. Like just this extension around this window on the King's Head. So that is a point to be made about Ilkeston. There is a lot of pubs. Why is there a lot of pubs? Why do a lot of Ilkeston's pubs survive? Because there is appetite for the pubs. It is a rather poor area. Probably a lot of those people you hear about living on or just under the breadline probably live in towns like this. But also with a great sense of community. Don't think this is me hating on Ilkeston, but as you can see, got the John Warren there, that's a pub. The King's Head, another pub. Shakers, another pub. This used to be a pub, but it's now changed to gambling. That's a Weatherspoons, that big black building over there. Oh yeah, you alright? Hi Maggie. Sorry? I'm making a documentary about Ilkeston.
Oh.
Yeah, that's all. Good and bad things. Anything to say about Ilkeston?
Ilkeston?
Yeah, that's what we're here talking about today.
Come on,
get disconnected. Yeah, sure, we'll come over.
Oh, Dad! Hey, Jordan! Mom's been looking for you. Hey, look at John Hilton here. Go join in.
It's up to you guys. It's alright, she's just having a chat, man.
Oh.
There you go. So, no worries, my daughter.
Well,
So, Maggie,
it's
it's just for my YouTube channel. So
YouTube.
yeah, for YouTube, yeah, Facebook as well, TikTok, X, not TikTok actually. I don't do TikTok. But what do you think of the?
Have you got permission to do this?
Who do I need permission from to film in public? Does you see the
Please.
no, you don't need public permission from the police. Like, what about every CCTV camera, dash cam, everything like that? They're all recording in public all the time.
Have you got a license to do this?
I don't need a license to film in Ilkeston Town Centre, Maggie.
Yes, you do.
No, it says who?
Yes, you do.
According to who?
You got no rights to do that.
Well, why not? UK, I was making my documentary about the architecture of Ilkeston over there. I was talking about the lovely buildings of Scala Cinema and that they don't make buildings like that anymore. And then you came over and called me over. So I said, I'm making a documentary about Ilkeston. That was that.
So what are you going to do with this documentary?
I told you I'm going to post it online, show, the people, my day out in Ilkeston, my experience, called street vlogging.
Where are you from?
Sandy Acre, but I used to live in Cotmanay.
Grotman.
Well, yeah, a long time ago. Long time ago. Yeah. So whereabouts in Cotmanay are you from? Just
Born.
You was born in Cotmanay. You've lived here your whole life. What do you think could be done to improve?
Have you seen this, mate? Documentary on here.
Yeah. So, what do you think could be done to improve Ilkeston at the minute? Could there be more social services involvement? Could there be more? Is there a homelessness issue here? Is there a
Homeless issues?
Homeless issues? Is there drugs issues in Ilkeston as well? Is that something you don't know about?
I don't do drugs.
No, but there is like, are there other people around that you see that might be doing drugs?
What I'm saying is it's homeless.
It's a homeless. So do you think the homeless cause a lot of problems in Ilkeston, or the homeless need help in Ilkeston?
They need help on the homeless.
Yeah. So what would you do if I could say tomorrow we'll do this and it will fix the homeless problem? What would you want that to be?
I want all these people English like I am.
Yeah.
To be able to. What's shaking for?
Oh, literally, I'll get anxiety. I'll shake. That's all.
Oh, you're on mental health.
I take citalopram. Yeah, if you're interested. So that just literally.
Have you got a license to do this?
I don't need a license to do this, Maggie. If that's everything, Maggie, or if there's anything else you want to bring up.
I'll tell you something. It's homeless.
Yeah.
And it's homeless. They need homes.
Yeah, they need homes.
They need helping.
Is there enough mental health support in the area? Do you think?
Not really, no.
No. So you think the council could do more to support the homeless, support people struggling with mental health?
Yes.
Do you see a lot of alcohol issues in Ilkeston?
Yeah, well, I'm alcoholic.
Yeah, that's something that should be treated with medicine. Yeah. So do you get support with your alcoholism? Is there programs?
I don't need that.
No, okay. That's fine. I was just wondering if you knew about any support that'd be available for you in the town.
No, I'm not about me. I'm sticking up for the homeless people.
Oh, yeah, of course. So homeless people always need support.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course I do, Maggie. Right, I'm going to carry on. If there's anything else you want to say, when you see me about, feel free to give me a chat. But I'm just going to carry on with the video, okay? So, guys, we are just moving on now. Turn this second mic back off. Carry on with our video around Ilkeston. So yeah, quite a lovely town with definitely some interesting characters, but is this a town in downturn, economic downturn, social downturn? As Mrs. Maggie, I'm sure many people, if you do live in Ilkeston, will recognise Maggie. She is a bit of a well-known character, even if she might struggle to recognise you, but as she's admitted, she is an alcoholic. We don't hold that against her, but maybe she should be working a bit harder to seek some support on that matter. But so we've got a lot of these used to be pubs, a lot of these still are pubs, but with barbers. Lloyd's Bank over there, it's one of the few places where banks still actually exist. And if you're from Ilkeston, yes, we are going to that bank. We will go and have a quick look, give it a shout out on Ilkeston, on NG10 reports. So we will keep going. There's another pub. I don't know if you're on pub count now. Another pub, maybe six pubs altogether. How many pubs can one town need? We'll count them all. We'll find out. This is in a time. The Vaults over there, I believe that's a closed pub. Might still be open, I don't know. It doesn't look it. But another pub, is it open? Maybe. I don't know, I'm not big on the pub scene, guys, but we have got a lot of more interesting independent businesses in Ilkeston as well. So on Purple Haze's parlour, I won't go in there anywhere, but we can have a peek through windows. Another couple of Ilkeston's finest over there. We used to call him Elvis. I think that guy used to have a propensity for wearing Elvis t-shirts. But as I've mentioned before, I did used to own a business in Ilkeston. So yeah, a few of the faces are a bit more familiar to me. But yeah, some cool if you like your gothic stuff. Great for Halloween. Support your local trick-or-treaters. I know Ilkeston does do a great evening with regards to Halloween. The local businesses put on a bit of a trick-or-treat walk for the kids. Another barber's here, but we're not seeing an overrun of barbers. Vape shops, very much lots of vape shops, but perhaps looking a bit more professional than others. This used to be Argos. This was Argos years and years and years ago. I remember when it shut down. So there was once a Facebook group pretty much dedicated to whether or not the Costa Cup had moved on. So, as I say, another cash casino, gambling there, and mobile phone shops. More of a nail bar, just what you'd expect to see in every small town like this up and down the country, really. But perhaps a little bit busier. This is a Wednesday afternoon. We're getting on for school pickup time, and the streets are definitely a lot more busy than they would be in Long Eaton, for example, the neighbouring town in Erewash. A very different high street by comparison. Make of that what you will. When I believe this Ilkeston is meant to be the more deprived town, the poorer of the two towns, but the architecture is definitely much more interesting in Ilkeston. You know, raised buildings, very old buildings, and we're nearly there now, guys. If you can see the sign, we're closing in to the NatWest Bank, and if you're from Ilkeston, you'll know what this is all about. If not, welcome to what makes Ilkeston great. Another barber's, another nail shop. But across the road from these great shops, we have here like a celebrity feature of today's video. It is, of course, the hole in the wall. Ilkeston's hole in the wall, right by a hole in the wall. Hole in the wall, hole in the wall. Spot the difference. But yeah, so this, as a bit of a meme, this has been put on the internet, shared an awful lot, given great reviews on TripAdvisor, better than a lot of the local businesses, that can be said. But yeah, so we've spotted that. That's the hole in the wall in Ilkeston. The one downside to Ilkeston, as I can see, is, of course, yes, there are a few characters. There's a few characters everywhere you go up and down the country. But yeah, the main difference, the biggest downfall, in my opinion, is that it's on a flipping whacking great hill. Just in that short time, we've come from up there to down here, and you can see just by the staggering of those shops' windows quite how steep the hill is. Ilkeston, of course, has been historically a mining town, so I guess as things are dug out the ground, the spoil has to go somewhere. But yeah, so it is. It's a bit of a hill, a bit of a walk, but a lovely town. But did used to have a tram service long before I was born. This shop been shut for a long time. There is a few more empty units than when I was here last, but then there are a few more. There used to be some apartments above the old Peacocks building now, so something at least been doing with them, housing, not just completely left to ruin. I know there is a gentleman in the area named Joe that's done an awful lot to get some of these small businesses into these lesser used shops that are put off and used for tax write-offs, I'd suppose, or whatever else greedy landlords use these empty shops for. we are pretty much reaching the end of the pedestrianised zone here. So I'm not going to carry on walking, although I do know there are some great independent shops down there, but perhaps that could be a video for another day. We will come back up, have a little bit more of a focus on this side, see if we spot anything interesting coming back up the hill. We'll have to wait and see, but just a lovely look around, focus on some of that architecture. So much more interesting than anything built today, just square, plain and boring buildings. What happened? There's that lovely church that was outside before. But yeah, what happened to our architecture as a nation? At what point did we decide in practicality over style? I don't know. But damn, what a thing we've lost. And the older the town goes, the better the architecture. The further away you get from the high street in Ilkeston, the better the architecture. Lovely barbers in there, everyone looking very smart. Thank you. As we walk along, did get a little wave there. Maybe he'll find himself later. Just get a quick picture. People do love the hole in the wall. It deserves a TripAdvisor. Fun little things that make a town what they are. So guys, unless anything else happens, I'm going to leave it here. Great day, great video, little bit of interaction with some of the locals, and on to the next one. Peace out guys.